Yahweh.
Yeah. Okay, no drugs. Just a glucose water, 100 plus.
100 plus.
Our sponsors, right?
It's under logo come out 100 plus. Been in a podcast. Got lah. But it's a long time before podcasts were a thing lah. Nice.
Okay. Cool.
Get lah wet only.
You're mic'd up, huh?
He's mic'd up,
Perfect.
you are mic'd up.
Mic'd up.
So this
what?
is a bit of a Malindo promo right here.
Interesting, yeah. We got one coming up next year. Yeah, so yeah, I guess if you want to do intro, like, hey, welcome to what do we call it? Hallway Pod. Hallway.
Slap that bottle. 2 jumps and a wake up bell. You think that's pretty clever, don't you, boy? Floating on your motorcycle, watching all the ground beneath you drop. Don't leave me high. Don't leave me dry. Okay, line check. Done.
Nice.
Yes.
Check it out.
Check it out. We're doing
cool.
this? Okay.
Yeah, whenever. Yeah. So welcome guys to first edition of Hallway Pod. Is that what we're calling it? Yeah.
Holy podcast.
Podcast.
That works.
Yeah. Straight, clean and simple.
Yes.
All right, and today we have here with us Isaac, Mr. Isaac Ho, the Ed Sheeran of Penang, should I say? Thanks.
You've been ASMR like for a while.
Yeah, radio,
Far
DJ,
from the mic.
radio DJ voice.
Yes.
Hello. Okay. Actually, yeah. So before we get started, do you have a stage name or a nickname? I always call you.
My stage name
Yeah.
is the same as my real name. And
No way.
in my IC name.
Damn. The full. You're gonna give us the full name?
Not the full name lah. Just Isaac Ho lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid. Can't go wrong there.
Yes, like it's easy. I will never forget it lah. I will never forget it. So yes,
Yeah. But so when people introduce you, they just say.
they just
your
say
full
like, look, Isaac. This is Isaac Ho, and then I decide and go on stage and I start singing and playing lah. That's about it. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe what's your first memory of when you first fell in love with music?
Damn.
Yeah.
First fell in love with music.
Yeah.
I was I think like 7-8 years old and I was in the toilet. in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom then like
Real eureka moment.
yeah, like but like back then you and me will know like you're too young to remember a day without MP3 players, right? Did you okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and ask him. Yeah.
You know what an MP3
Yes,
you know what a radio is, boy. Yeah. So back just click and you had to tune those things, right? So I was like back then KFC when you had the I think they call them Chicky Meals, right? The Chicky Meals, right? So one of them was actually a KFC branded handheld radio. Then you will get like earphones. It was crap. It was really really bad. But like like a Walkman, but for radio. So I was in the bathroom and then I was listening to this song when I was doing stuff as a kid at 7 and 8. Then the song that I heard and I loved it a lot was Big Yellow Taxi. But there was also a cover version by Counting Crows and Vanessa Carlton.
Okay.
So that,
1,000 Miles.
well, the girl who did the 1,000 Miles. So like I was like tuning into that and I'm like, oh, this sounds really nice, and I'm like, I need to get it clearer. And that's when I realized like, oh yeah, maybe one day I'll be a DJ. But in the end, I did not become a DJ. So
So that's when you knew like music is in.
yeah, like I that's why I really like. Oh, I love this song a lot. Maybe one day I will try doing music. Then that's I remember that was the first time.
And was that when you decided you want to do this for the rest of your
No,
life kind of thing? No,
definitely not. I just really wanted to get that channel right. That's what I was thinking about. It's like tweak. Yeah,
That's where the engineer in you came out.
yeah. I guess some engineer.
So then what was the first song you learned?
On the guitar, right?
Yeah, on the guitar, I guess. Was it your
my-
first instrument?
Yes, and the only instrument that I actually
One and
know.
only.
Yes.
Not like
Unlike our friend here who is a multi-instrumentalist,
multi-talented.
super talented. The mic's not on him, but like we'll get the mic on him later. The first song that I tried to learn was actually very unknown. I don't think a lot of people will know this, but everyone knows Fireflies by Owl City. But there was a song from him that I really liked, which was If My Heart Was a House. I can show you if you've not heard it, but like
Please.
no, it's right here. Oh yes, it's see if I can remember how it goes. It's like you're the sky that I fell through, and I remember the view. Whenever I'm holding the chorus, it's like circle me and the needle moves gracefully back and forth. In my heart was a compass, you'd be north. Risk it all, 'cause I'll catch you if you fall. Wherever you go, in my heart was a house, you'd be home. So that's
Nice.
so that's the one I liked a lot. And I learned to play that. That was the first song.
Owl City, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Owl City. I love Owl City a lot.
So how did you hear about the song? You listen to the whole.
Well,
album or
like
something?
technology has changed after about 8 years. Then from little radios to like YouTube lah. Then from YouTube, like they also still had algorithms on YouTube. So like I listened to like I think it was Vanilla Twilight, and then like the next song that was recommended was This House, and I was just like, I love this song. Then I wanted to learn it. Then I learned it. Took a while, but I did.
Nice. First song,
Ducks.
huh?
Squeaky squeaky. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, then. So if you weren't, when you're not doing music, I know the answer, but if you weren't a musician,
Okay.
what would be your choice, or what would you like to do?
With my free time, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Play more video games. I wish I could play more video games. Like I grew up
Yeah.
playing video games a lot. The Sims. I love The Sims. The Sims. Used to play like some Bethesda like RPGs and Fallout 3. I've never played 1 and 2, so like 3 and beyond was what I played. But yeah, like if I wasn't playing music, I guess like the hobby that I want to do, because this is more of a hobby. Stay in school, kids.
So it's not your full time job, is it?
It's not. It's not a
so
full-time
I think
job.
not a lot of people know you're also a IT.
No, it's actually surprisingly not a lot of people know that about me, because when
Right.
they look at me, like the first thing will be like, this guy's homeless. True, right, Michael? No comment. But
Nah, you're very artsy, man. That's what everyone
yeah,
says,
like
artsy.
but it is true. Like I think like because I was just doing like a puppet show yesterday. I do a lot of these things. Teochew Iron Rock puppet with my Seafood Lingo. So we were doing a show yesterday at Pematang Pau. Then when I first met her, because like my wife wanted to learn Iron Rock puppetry. Yeah. So I met my Seafood, and the first thing she says like, "Oh wow," in Mandarin, like, or is it in Hokkien? I don't understand Hokkien, but understand Mandarin. So it's like she said, "Oh wow, like very 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 artist. Your hair very boom boom big in a beard very long."
That's a nice. Yeah.
Like, yeah, really? That's what she said in Mandarin. Like, wow,
哇
头发长啊，很胖啊。你是艺术人吗？ I'm like, 算是了. I guess so. Yeah, but-
in Mandarin they have another term for that, but
Oh really?
颓废.
Oh really? I didn't actually know that. But yeah, so a lot of people don't actually know that I do I code a bit, and I do like I actually have a day job. Yeah, let's just say like I have a day job. A lot of people don't actually know I have a day job.
Actually, a lot of famous musicians do. A lot of bands, right? Like I'm sure you know a lot of the bands or the people that you look up to.
Yes.
Maybe who are some people that inspired you?
In local or global?
Your choice.
My choice. Okay, we start local first lah. Very very interesting. Like I am very inspired by Michael. So he here.
Damn.
Like zoom in to Michael now. Oh, it's put on the spot. Okay, let's interview you.
Yeah.
Like let's go.
There was a question?
No, not. Oh, well, like so.
what inspired?
So Michael is an example of someone that inspires me as a musician because like he's multi-instrument, plays multi-instrumental,
multi-instrumentalist.
yeah, multi-instrumentalist.
I try.
Plays
I
very
try.
well, and like I guess like one of the greatest characteristics that from him is like he's humble. The humility is great. It is. Oh, hey,
Someone makes it.
cut it,
Keep going.
cut that out, cut that out. Ooh. And like I guess like other friends of mine in the local circuit, I would call it like the gig circuit lah. Like, my friend J Lim, Jason, the brothers, they're very talented, humble as well, and just overall very funny and just very very talented, but also very inclusive. There are other people like Eng Bok, who runs Ua Music as like a label for independent musicians. Then our other friends as well. There's too many of them to actually name out. There's a lot of them, but I take a lot of inspiration from surprisingly like a lot of young people that are younger than me that I see. Eng Bok's obviously older and like
How many years, right?
yeah, Eng Bok's been doing this for 20-ish
Yeah.
years already. So yeah, in Penang, and he's always been like one of the reasons why I was able to also like kind of break into like Penang's independent gig scene is because of Eng Bok. So like he actually gave me an opportunity, said like, hey, do you want to like do your own songs and in your own songs for some of the shows that we have here? And then like he actually let me play. So that's why I do what I do now.
Yeah. So that's how I think, and you're doing the same, right? Like you do open mics
Yes,
with
yes.
Mikey, right? And you're trying to create a space for younger musicians
Yes.
and players to come and
Yeah.
come in. So tell me what is that like? Do you like for your open mics? Do you want people that just want to come and play songs, or they want to come jam, or they want to come and show off? What are the type of people? Or what's
People,
the purpose of it?
So the open mic, I'm not from Penang. I'm actually from Ipoh, but then I also moved to KL, Kuala Lumpur in 2012 until about 2016, 2017, and like that was for studies and work. But of course, like when you study, I wasn't really a good kid. So I'm not saying good kid. I was just not a good student because like I had my eyes on like other things.
What, the girls?
Yeah, girls.
The
I guess girls,
ladies.
the ladies, but also music. Music was a big thing for me. So like discovering music, then being able to play an instrument and on stage and everything. Like KL gave me that, and I started out playing music in open mics as well. So like school performances, that's one thing. Like universities, like you say like cultural night, or I don't know, like the CEO's birthday or something, you can play. That's nice. But then like to play in an outside place, then you would have to find like venues that actually allow novices like me back then to do these things. So like I started out playing open mics. That's how I started like kind of finding the sound that I have, which I've built up now. And I think that it's, well, for me now, like at 31 years old, I think I'm not that old, but I feel like it's time.
31 years young.
31 years young, yes. But I think it's time to just give back to the community and like
Music.
and like it's good to have places where younger kids and even older kids at heart, right, who just want to play music, like you said, like who do we like do this for? It's like people that want to play music and they're not full-time musicians and they want to do, like, they don't have a place where they can actually just take their instrument, go up and sing. We want to give them a place where it's safe for them to do this. They are encouraged to explore their talents. And even if it's really mean to say like, oh, you don't sound good, and then we had people that have said that before as well. But that's not really the point of going for these open mics. It's not to sound good. It's for people to just go on stage, express their art, and hone their talent in a safe environment.
Yeah. And give it a try. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people that they'll be like, oh, I've never done this before. I'm scared, but I'm gonna try.
Yes,
And it's a safe space, right?
And I think like we can get Mikey to talk a bit about that, because like he and I actually met 2 years ago. And very funny, like it was at an open mic as well. So I think like
Yeah.
we can get Mikey to talk a bit about that.
All right. I'm Mikey. I work here at Huawei with Sam and Daniel behind the camera. And I also work with Isaac in Penang Open Mic. We run open mics around Penang. And I got to know Penang Open Mic because I was invited to come and sing. And Isaac gave me that opportunity about 2 years ago at Hinbas to come in and just play 2 hours of songs with a friend.
That's actually really funny. I don't
it-
remember it being 2 hours long.
It felt like extortion.
the gun is like free music, bro. Free music.
But yeah, it gave me the opportunity to actually step out of my comfort zone and actually like play music outside of my bedroom. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, and now like Mikey is out there. He plays for a lot of different bands and also like sessions around with bands that just sessions. When we say like sessionist, we mean like he's not a permanent part of the band, but let's say like he's needed there, he goes in there and he does the job. We play together when we have the chance to play together. Yeah.
Well, okay, what's some weird shit that's happened? What's the weirdest stuff that's happened at an open mic?
The weirdest thing that has happened at an open mic.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Maybe
Wait, okay, for you then I'll answer mine. But what's
my
yours?
gosh.
What's yours?
Yeah, you go first, Mikey.
I can't really think of anything that
Right now.
weird that has happened right now. It's just sometimes you just get those people who look a little bit like,
What?
how to say, they look so cool and stuff like that,
Look
coming
so
up on
cool?
stage.
What?
When they play the guitar, it's suddenly like, oh, oops, they're out of tune.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're singing out of key.
It's
But
embarrassing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess like that's funny because like you have all that. I think I know what you mean. Like people with a lot of bravado, they're like, yeah, I'm great. They go on stage and you're just like, it's like this meme
Yeah.
face. But even then, that's fine. Like it's funny for us because it's like. Yeah, like imagine like this big dude like comes out the gym and be like, yeah, I'm gonna lift some weight.
5 pounds.
And he starts lifting like 50 grams and you're like, it's just that. But please don't feel discouraged to go on stage and do that.
I mean, you
It's
guys don't
all
shame
fine.
them, right?
We don't.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, we do not shame. Like definitely not shame you on stage.
I
But-
think, yeah.
What about you? I said, what's some funky stuff that went on?
The weirdest thing I won't say like strange, but the weirdest and most unsettling thing for me was when there was one uncle that showed up after like he was there the whole night watching the show, and then we were packing up, we were doing our stuff, me, Mikey, and like the other people in our community, and we were just keeping things and like wrapping up the cables, and he comes up to us and say like, you guys suck. And we're like,
What the hell?
I'm like, yeah, that's cool, uncle. Like that's all right. Like I don't mind you saying that, but like the people that play were literally 14, 15 and 16-year-old kids. Like you don't say that to children, man. You don't.
Were they still there or did they
Oh,
left already?
yeah, I'm so happy that you left
okay,
because
so
like
they
if-
weren't there, lah, right?
yeah,
okay,
if, like
okay.
imagine if he
Bloody
said
hell,
that like
yeah.
when the kids were there. Like, I mean, how would you feel at 14 years
Right,
old
right,
and
right,
someone
right.
says you suck and you never want to play music
Exactly,
ever
right?
again?
You're discouraging them.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not expecting them. Okay, so I guess one thing about open mics is we're not expecting a world class kind of
Yeah, and
performances, right?
that
So-
that's not that is and it will never be the purpose of the open mic.
exactly,
as well.
exactly
Yeah.
right. So yeah. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, it sticks with you, right? That's kind
It
of,
does, and
negative-
it's just strange
bad-
because
bad
like
comments.
we had to tell him like and like something we all tried to explain like, hey uncle, it's not the open mics. These are children. They're not like full-time musicians. And then he just said something like, oh like I expected better at this venue, and like I was told this venue had good musicians, and I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, on a normal night, not during like an open mic. During a normal night where it's like a proper like when these actual musicians, like not to say that we're not actual musicians, but like they do this to get paid. Like musicians do this to get paid, but when it's an open mic, like it's people that like maybe they work full time and are doing something else, and like they pick up the guitar
This is
maybe
just
once.
a hobby, yeah.
It's just a
I
hobby.
guess the uncle missed the memo at the start lah, when you said, "Hey, welcome to our open mic."
Yeah, and he continued to not.
Doesn't get the idea lah.
Yeah, so that was weird because that was
a fun
bizarre.
experience.
That was fun.
and usually, I guess in Malaysia, people not very confrontational like that, right? Like they, think that's just fine.
Yeah.
Just laugh about it at the back, and
Yeah, and just go and not
Right.
not
Yeah, just come
confront
and, like,
people. Yeah, that,
uh,
but that's that. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. So what would be some advice you would give to like a new player or someone who wants to become a musician and join an open mic? Any
Right.
advice?
So just pick up the instrument and start playing. Like
Yeah.
really just start playing, go and come to the open mics and feel scared because honestly, if it's your first time, you will get scared. Your hands will tremble, you'll forget your lyrics, you probably play the wrong chords. If you're playing guitar or piano or whatever, you're playing the chord, you're gonna be off time, you're gonna be pitchy, as in your pitch will lari and go places. That's all of us. That really is all of us.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yes, all the time. It still does.
Yeah, it's human. So what do you do when say you forgot a lyric or something?
And yeah, usually you would just freeze. I won't tell you like I won't say that you'll be able to smile and wave. You'll freeze.
Yep.
You'll freeze. But that's fine. And that's completely fine. Like you feel like nervous, anxious, but it will never be your last time on stage if you choose for it to not be your last time. And you
Yeah.
just have to keep going, and then like the more you get on stage, the less tremors you feel and like the less anxious you will
Practice
get.
lah, huh?
And practice as well. And please practice off stage. And please tune your guitar before you get on stage as well.
Okay.
Very, very,
Piece of
very
advice.
yes.
Amen.
Really important.
Amen.
Okay.
Yes.
As a musician, tuning ear or tuner?
If you're pitch perfect, then yeah, sure. But usually we will rely on external tuners. But
please use a tuner.
Yeah. I can show you a very interesting way if you don't have a tuner.
What about the apps?
Yeah, sure. That works as well.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah.
But like
What's
so,
your
if you
technique?
have a built-in tuner, of course you would use the built-in tuner. I don't know if you can catch the little blinking light there.
Yeah, it's
So
got
that-
a
Yeah,
red and
not
a
everyone
green,
has a
yeah.
Sigma guitar.
But are we
but-
sponsored by Sigma?
That's us, like
Waiting.
call us.
Yeah, call us.
But there's a way if let's say if you know about harmonics, it's about using the 5th and 7th fret. If you have okay relative pitch, I don't really have that good relative pitch, but you can do stuff like and try to balance.
Wow.
So it's relatively in tune, lah.
Shit, but that's the pro way. Pro way of tuning using harmonics. My goodness.
So it's slightly off. I'm not sure which is which, but yeah.
Do you have a YouTube video online to teach how to do this?
There is, and I actually learned it off YouTube. So it's
There you go.
so you would compare the 5th and 7th.
Yeah, so you want both to sound the harmonic and
to
the
yeah
bass
to
note.
be roughly the same. The fifth of the first string with the next string 7th. So you want to just get it roughly there. If you have really good pitch, that's great. I don't. So that there is a way if you want to do that. Yeah. Yeah. So there was the advice is just like go on stage, feel scared, and do it anyway.
Just do it.
Just
be
do
brave.
it.
Okay,
Yeah, be
okay.
brave and just go through it.
Fair enough. What about? Do you guys do any jamming at the open mic? Like,
We
normally you-
do.
Yeah, right?
We definitely do jamming, and that's usually towards the end of the night. So like and when you say like jamming, how that is different from like an open mic is when it's an open mic, you get like let's say 15 to 20 minutes of doing songs that you want to do. Usually you would play by yourself, or if you have friends, you play with your friends. But when it comes to an open jam, it basically is different people get to just come together and then they pick an instrument and then they start playing like a mutually agreed upon song. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So I mean, for those that say I want to try open mic, but I'm too scared to stand on stage by myself. So I can go and be like, hey, you guys, can someone play the drums and I'll play the guitar,
Yes.
something like that, right?
Yes.
Like
That's
I know. Often you will jump in and
yeah. The both of us
Mikey
will.
as well, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so,
and whoever else is in charge, because we have like an open mic committee as well. So like we do take turns. Take turns organizing,
sure.
and yeah.
these open mics, how's your experience been hosting them on like Howay, like our platform?
Yeah, very, very nice. I am genuinely very happy that we got on Howay, because previously we've been we are still very bootstrapped, meaning that we just try to keep things lean and cost as efficient as possible. That's why we were using some combination of a Google form and a Google Sheet with some slight automations, which I could not get it done right. But using hallway is great because we have a thing where we don't want to have too many people at the open mic because then not everyone gets to play their slot. We want to be able to give enough slots to the general public, so we do try to have a cap on the amount of open micers that we allow for each event. Hallway is great because we are able to actually set a cap on how many open micers we want for the event and the number of open jammers that we want for the event as well. And once the cap is reached, registration is denied, or just you won't be able to register for that slot.
Close.
Which is it auto closes. So it solves the issue of us having to manually go into Google Sheets or forms to just check that we've hit 8 people and close the form. So that's great.
So limited slots, huh?
Yes.
Get it fast. Thanks. Here's a 50.
We got
honest feedback.
we got to fund the open mic somehow, guys.
Okay, thanks. So are you a cat or a dog person?
I actually have both, so
Ooh.
I can't say either. That's one of them will feel sad.
Yeah, because you're both. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You're gonna curate this.
They're gonna get that. Then go back. Then my cat,
What now?
My cat don't love me. Yeah. Cat.
So both like.
But cat lah. Yeah.
You're going for it.
I gotta make a stand. Cat lah. If I had to choose, cat person.
All right, fair enough. And okay, how do you stay healthy? I mean, in good shape.
I'm like, right? No, I
You're
try.
A shape.
I mean, I have A shape. I try running. I'm not as fit as you guys because you guys do events every single week or something. But I try to run maybe 3 to 4 times a week. Each run is at least 3 kilometers, and then 5 if I can push myself lah.
That's pretty good. Do you bring your dog for a walk kind of thing, or a run, or you just
No,
go by yourself?
my dog. I just go
Solo?
by myself. Yeah, solo. My dogs are not the most walkable dogs. Still in training.
Okay.
Still in training. Yeah, but just myself then.
Yeah, okay, cool. And then okay, what about when you're performing? So normally you have to your gig goes for at least one set is 45
minutes,
and then you do multiple sets, right?
Yes.
So what's a trick or something? What do you do to keep your energy up or
Oh.
last the whole night?
Oh God. Okay, 来了. Well,
What sort of drugs do you take, man? We all know musicians are drugs.
Ozempic, cocaine.
Push bang.
Wait, how do you know this? What?
Joking, bro.
He's done it. Research.
No, you don't have to say it.
Because I've been doing gigs for I'm 31, so I started around 19, so about a decade ish. So and it's always been 3 sets, and when in KL I used to do that maybe 3 times a week because I needed money. And in Penang, when I moved here, because music was a full-time thing for about a year, so there I could do 5 shows a week, 5 to 6 shows a week. So the stamina just built itself up. There was no training, no nothing. It's just that, okay, you need to sing now and you need to play guitar now. Do it.
No choice.
No choice. And then your voice becomes sore and all that. But after a while, you learn how to just, okay, don't shout too much. Just sing at a level pace. No.
It's okay. Save it.
You got this.
Sing at
You got
a
this
so
line.
level pace. So don't overexert.
For me, because I don't shout a lot, so I'm just generally
Pace yourself.
pace myself, and even
That's cool. It's not unlike running, I guess.
Yeah, it is actually.
Right.
It's long distance running rather than sprinting, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of like that.
Ooh, cool. All right. Do you believe in ghosts?
Believe in ghosts, yeah, I do actually. I've seen. Funny, not funny. It's a story. I won't say it's funny. I was 7 and I was in my parents. I was staying with my parents. Obviously, I'm 7, right? And it was a hot night. And back then, like I think air conditioning, we didn't really use that much air conditioning. It was like once in a while. Just a big fan, and then like a family of 4 would sleep in one room, right? So I was sleeping on the floor on the mattress. And I couldn't sleep, and I just like was tossing and turning because it's hot. Then let's say like around maybe that edge of the wall, I was like sleeping, and I looked up and I see a floating head.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy!
I saw a floating head.
Whose head was it?
A woman's head.
A woman.
woman's
Long hair.
Long hair.
Mock cut. No.
I had no idea. It was just long hair and like it was
Shit.
green. It was like just like glowish
Ooh.
green.
Spooky.
And then just like, and I looked at it and I'm like, oh my god. But because I used my parents and my grandparents used, like their Taoist, so like I was like, oh, Amitofo. And the thing, I think it hurt me, and it just like turned its head slowly. And I'm like, oh no, and like locked eyes on me. And I'm like, oh my god. Covered myself, started praying, and then after half an hour, because I had a Casio, like everyone had a Casio,
G-Shock,
right? Yeah, like I had the cheap one, the cheapest.
We all did.
But yeah, we all had the. I mean, it works. The
Yeah.
Casios were great, like the cheapest, like circular ones. So I was just like, okay, 30 minutes, and then it was gone after 30 minutes. But yeah,
Too bad the Casio couldn't record video.
yeah, like if I had like Google Glass,
Yeah, man.
oh yes,
Analyze.
I got it now.
Identify that face.
I'm gonna be rich, man. I don't care if I
Yeah.
die.
Yeah.
Rich because I got. Yeah, but that could not record it. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was real.
So what? Only one time. After that, no more.
That was the only time. Yeah. 7. I remember 7 years old.
I thought you were gonna say something like the Holy Spirit, but sure, this is.
No, like that's his church.
Hello. So yeah, pray, kids, pray.
Pray, kids, and stay in school. Stay in school.
Oh boy. What else is there?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, what's your favorite movie, man? You got it.
Oh,
What
favorite movie. Used to be Inception, but
Ooh,
yeah, like that because
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan's great. But then I it was something I watched when I was in college. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good show,
that was
good show.
great way to and Kate Winslet,
How old were you when you saw that?
18.
Yeah, because I was about the age, and I didn't like when I first saw
Didn't
it.
like it?
No, I didn't quite get it. Like
Yeah, like no
Right.
one really gets it at
right
first.
because you're like, what? This is like all over the place.
Yes, and it is meant to be like disjointed because like it's a dream.
It's memories, right?
Yeah,
like-
sorry,
like
it's
a-
all
yeah,
in
right,
memory. So like, and we never really remember things linearly.
exactly right.
So you need to watch it. It's really good. I love there's a song from there also like
Ooh,
here we
hit
go.
it, hit it.
But yeah, like I just like it because it was written by a guy called Beck. The guy's name is Beck. I think his name is Beck. Yeah. So it's just oh wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Mikey drops it. So it's just a simple one. It's just like, from the wrinkles on my forehead. Need to remember to play the A. To the mud upon my shoes. And it's everything's a memory. The strings are tied to you. So that's what I like about it. Yeah. Yay.
Daniel will edit out those little.
No.
He's like, I ain't editing shit.
That's how you know it's not fake.
Yeah. It's not AI.
We are not AI generated.
Like me. Anyway.
How long has it been uncut? Bro?
Wait.
Yeah, too long. Yeah, when was the last time you get trim or? Just let it go on.
Yo did not catch what that meant, but that's good. That's good.
It's okay. I'll get it later.
Try to move it the other way.
Keep it PG, right?
Kids stay in school.
Stay in school, kids.
Oh
Yeah.
Mine just got it lucky.
Hey, jangan. Oh yeah, my hair just got cut like a few months back.
Sure. A few months back.
Yeah, you gotta maintain that look, the aura.
Oh my god, you can't believe you're using aura. I hate that word. Wait.
It's all the rage.
Yeah, it's all the kids. Wait.
Yeah, how do you interact?
He's Gen Z.
You are.
Yeah, you are. Wait, are you Gen
Yeah,
Z?
how you interact with Gen Z?
Which generation are you from?
Same with you guys, right?
I
Millennials, yeah, millennials.
Oh, yeah, I'm Gen Z, but I don't identify myself as a Gen
So
Z.
what are you?
I cannot do it. I don't know.
There's that younger that do that.
That's
Wait,
yeah.
dude, wait, isn't Gen? Oh yeah.
It's after.
What's
Okay.
the Gen Z?
Alpha.
Alpha.
So
lah.
the alpha sound on stage already singing?
No.
Wait, I think they are 14,
It's
15.
more
Right?
beta.
Dude, are they Alpha's 15?
correct.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are.
They are. You're old.
Which generation
Yeah,
are you
they are.
Well, I'm a millennial. Gen Y, right? They call it. Gen Y. I'm a millennial.
No, Gen Y is technically before millennials.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
anyway,
millennial.
whatever.
Oh, yeah,
So-
correct.
But yeah, so I mean, you get along fine, I guess.
I get along fine.
Music
Like,
unites everyone.
it does actually. It's great.
Have you played with any boomers?
Sounds great. Yeah, God. Wait, boomers are like what, 60s?
Baby boomer, yeah, 60s, yeah.
Baby boomers around there.
50s, 60s.
50s, 60s, yes. Very, very good. I guess like because like the songs that they like, I like as well. Christine and my friend Christine and I, we did a wedding and like we played a song for. Well, I'm not gonna do it now. I'm not playing the guitar, but I think it was Edelweiss and like Quisera,
Yes.
Quesera,
Sarah,
that one. That one. So
yeah.
yeah. So like play with them, they're okay, and but I don't think it's like a generational thing where some generations are like they play differently and all that. Yes, some of them do, but also like I guess like for the older generation, because like they didn't really get access to the internet, right? So the way they would play is very reliant on tabulations that they handpick, as in they had to like tabulate the stuff themselves. It's something that I realized as well. Like so, or follow like sheet music. Very, very interesting. For people like I think millennials or even like Gen X, actually not Gen X, like whoever is slightly above me, with the internet, then the wise, and then you get access to the internet, and then you start learning via watching YouTube and whatnot. And the styling wise, like there is quite a difference as well. I feel like something that the younger kids get access to now is just really access to good talent, because like people are just getting better and better every day, and whoever posts online, they're good. The kids get to learn from the best of the best.
Yeah, it's all out there, right?
It's
Back in our day, you were like freaking books, right? You're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
reading Taugeh,
Taugeh sheets
or,
and all
or
that.
tabs, yeah. So,
And now like
so
kids,
you feel they have an advantage?
they definitely have an advantage, and that's great. And they should have an advantage if the standards don't improve, then we just stagnate. Something that I like to see a lot is when people younger than me are better than me, and that is the whole point. Because like but like you have to
You feel happy.
Yeah.
Like seeing.
yes, and makes me happy, and it does like I guess the music scene better in much better, because like if it's the same performer and like let's say the same band every night and it's the same standards, like nothing gets improved, then what is the point of music anymore,
Yeah,
right?
progress.
And,
There's no
progress, and also like standards improve over time, and progress happens, and then that is where ingenuity is built upon.
Are you a fan of the all this EDM movement in your electro? Because
What?
you're an indie guy, right?
What are these words, bro?
Like like electronic dance music.
Oh, okay.
Because like pop now has evolved
Yes, I guess.
to like a very electronic heavy.
Like songwriters, like the genre of songwriters is coming back as a pop genre, right?
Yeah,
Very,
that's right. And you're a songwriter yourself.
Yes.
What's the first song you wrote?
It's really guitar again. It's a song. It's a
Or
song.
just let us know the name.
Yeah,
if you want to
it's-
play, by all means.
Nah, we'll do it later, lah. It's called Sanctuary. I wrote it 16 years old. Yeah. Then you see, he knows the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
So
How many songs have you written now today?
7, I would say. I have slowed down a lot since COVID. Ever since COVID, then I pivoted to doing like live, and then
life gone away.
started listening to the advice of my parents and my ancestors and getting a job.
A real job.
A real job.
Okay. But is that something you want to get back to? Like,
I do, and I've been. So like speaking of that, songwriting. Like we've built up the open mic scene. Me and like all our friends in the community, we built up the open mic scene for about 3 years, I'd say, and now it's come to a point where we have like an okay base, like a stable-ish base, about 200-ish, like people on our community WhatsApp. Yeah, and I'm happy that like we're still growing. Some people leave once in a while because they realize like how spammy the group chat can be, which is fine. We say please mute the chat if you don't want to hear it.
And these are all songwriters.
No, so they're not songwriters. These are like just open micers in general.
Yes.
So
Musicians.
now we have I would say like a good enough base for open mics, and it itself runs itself a lot. Now I'm trying to expand a bit more with the help of other songwriters as well in Penang to reintroduce songwriting as a genre. But when you say like, yeah, all songs are written by someone. But when we say, I guess like independent songwriters, meaning like they are not written by a label company. They're not written by people inside a room and say like, we gotta make a hit song right now, guys.
About spaghetti.
But yeah, about something. We gotta sell this thing. So, I want to push for what's that word? Genuinity. What is that? Authenticity.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Authenticity.
Like coming from the heart.
Yeah,
Write what you feel.
Or you feel, write what you want to write, and that's what I want to push out for at least like for the songwriters here in Penang.
What are some challenges you see in the Penang community? Because it's very much Penang, right? Not so much KL already.
Yeah,
right?
not much.
So
Yeah.
what are some challenges you see with writing your own songs and performing your own songs? Like, is there like how is it? Is it well accepted?
Very so.
What
Yeah.
language is that language barrier? Things like that.
Interesting topic to talk about. So Mikey himself also writes some songs, and I got him to perform some of his own songs last week. Was it last week? Sunday.
What songs?
Last Sunday.
Take the guitar right now.
I'm not playing them. But yeah, I've written a few songs and I had the chance to perform them last week. English, all in English.
Yeah, English songs. So like, I guess like for you, what were the challenges you saw during your set?
So I guess number one, I guess people are also like suckers for like songs that they can jam to. So when you do something original, yeah, you do get like that applause, but sometimes you get a bit of like a look from them.
It's like, what's
What
going
is this?
what's
Yeah,
going
what
on?
is this?
What song is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But so generally they're okay.
but yeah, they're okay.
Usually when it's songs that people know or have heard of on the radio, then like, they warm up to it a lot easier.
Yeah,
of course,
that's right.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it is also, I think, because the community that we played at Hinbas, and the community there is like super welcoming, especially to music.
Open-minded.
They're
Yes.
super open-minded, and we love playing at Hinbas.
Yeah, gotta shout out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout out
Shout out to
Hinbas.
him, Bas guys.
Mr. Tan, I love you, man.
I love you, Mr. Tan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Let's
just
do this.
One quick last question. Maybe take it down an interesting road. Earlier, I'm not going to name names, but when you said when you were talking about people that inspired you, you mentioned someone, and I think you're doing something very big for that person. You're gonna,
Yeah.
give up one of your organs.
Wait.
Okay.
okay, like,
Firstly,
yeah.
what inspired you, or what made you make this decision?
I guess like it was very for me it's really reflexive to do that. I don't know, because like we've been friends for 8 years, and he's really one of my closest friends lah. And ever since I moved to Penang, guy is a good guy lah. Like I know he's a good guy, and I don't know, like for me, if I can give, there's me and my wife, like Sabrina, we always say lah, like if we can give, we should give lah.
You're married.
What the heck, dude? You're joining the club already, lah, bro. What you like that?
Yeah, sorry.
You're also joining the club already.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But,
I mean,
yeah,
you-
if
you've known
we-
him a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I've known him a long time, close to a decade already, lah.
Yeah.
But it's like if we can give, and we've done so much. It's like if we can give, we give, lah, and like if
Yeah.
it saves his life and it like gives him a life to live good, lah, like then just give, lah. Like, I'm cool with that. Then yeah, I know a lot of people
It's a
might
big
think.
sacrifice,
Yeah, but people might think it's a big sacrifice.
Mm.
Like everyone tells me that my
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like my family, but like I don't know. Like for me, it's like if we do good, if we can do good, we do good, lah. That's that's what I think, lah.
No, it's
Yes.
an inspiration, man. It's good stuff.
You think you can end the song first?
Yeah.
Yes.
We love that.
Okay, this one is my. Okay. See if I can make this Chinese Malay song. Malay. Oh my god, why am I keep thinking back? The dog out there very happy. Seindah tiada lagi kau ku ingatkan. Sayang kau hilang menanti biar sampai akhir hidupku di dunia ini. Kau tahu betapa ku sayang padamu, hanya bidadari sebagai ganti. Hanya takdir menentukan ia belayang jiwa. Oh angin, sampaikan lagu cinta padanya yang sedih pilu. Terimalah laguku jadi teman hidupmu untuk selamanya. Ya, kau tahu betapa ku sayang padamu, hanya bidadari sebagai ganti. Hanya takdir menentukan ia belayang jiwa. Kau tahu betapa ku sayang padamu, hanya bidadari sebagai ganti. Hanya takdir menentukan ia belayang, belayang, belayang jiwa.
Oh,
Okay.
classic. Nice.
Thank you.
So yeah, keep an eye out for Isaac Ho, up in the big star of Penang.
No lah, no big star.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
When's the
happening.
next session, bro?
It's actually happening tonight.
Very nice.
Yeah, but by the time you watch this, it's
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
be
but-
tonight lah. But keep an eye out on
Yeah, when's your next gig?
Halloween actually.
Yeah,
24th of October of 2025. If you're watching this in 2025, it gets released 2030. You know.
It's
But,
open
but
mic.
yes, and
Yeah,
if
what
you
else?
guys are interested in knowing about more of the open mic and thinking about playing there, singing there, and performing and whatnot, we have a WhatsApp group and also an Instagram. You can find us on Instagram. It is so at Penang PNANG OPEN and MIC. You'll be able to find us.
Yeah, I'll just Google it, man.
Or Google it, yeah,
One
you'll find
and
us.
only- one and only.
Or like technically like we also you can also
Yeah,
follow
Huawei.com.
Huawei.com and you will see like the open mic events held there. It's being hosted there. As in our ticketing system is hosted there also. So.
Yeah. Get in there. Thanks, man. Thanks for
All
being
right,
this
thank you for having me.
Yes.
All right.
Alright. Perfect. Take one.
Why you so quiet? One way. This guy's like what? Like I thought he said he's gonna like.
Outside the mic also lah.
Yeah, but it picked up all right. You know. Yeah, it does pick up all right.
You have a style, bro. I'm just here.
It's warming up. So
Be good, man.
Now we're warming up already. Like, bro, you just sat there and looked at us.
I'm just here, bro, for the vibes. Thank you.
He came in when necessary.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Thank you.